Hi, welcome back to my channel, Mr. Honest EV. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be my final review installment of the Hyundai Ioniq, and in this video I will be going through some of the features of the car. Firstly, the smart cruise control. Then I will take you through some of the infotainment and some of the driver dash settings. And then I will also take you through some of the Bluelink app, which is the Hyundai app for their cars. Now, these are all just sort of brief overviews. There are videos out there that go into far more nitty-gritty details on every single step, but this is just a general overview of features that I find are useful and some not so useful. The next section you'll see is of me using the smart cruise control, which is a radar based cruise control, which is fitted into the front of the car and allows you to set and fix a smart distance between cars in front, which is very good, and you'll see that in this next section. So basically I've put it into the smart cruise control, and it's very intuitive actually, and very easy to use, because as you can see here, it gives you a diagram, shows you the car in front, and what you can do, there's a button on the steering wheel that allows you to adjust, as you can see, the distance you want to keep from the car in front, from 4 blocks down to 1. And as you'll see, as I put it up to 1, the speed has pulled up. If I put it back onto 4, it will then adjust my speed so that we are within those 4 bars, and tries to keep it at that distance, which is really good actually. I can adjust what my speed needs to be. I think that's really good, and it's a lot of these cruise controls can be quite fiddly in that to work out, but the fact that they've got it there in front in the display and you can adjust it with just a single press of the button is fantastic. I really like that. As soon as I reduce the distance of the car in front, you know, I feel the speed pick up, so it gets to there. Then it does a gradual slow down. It doesn't sort of slam the brakes on, which is not, you know, you don't really want that. It gradually allows the car in front to move further forward until you're in that distance. So I have to say that, yeah, very, very impressed with that, what they call smart cruise control. So I'll just quickly show you what features are available on the driver screen. So on here, this is like the menu. You have your driver's assistance, where you can change different settings of the car. You know, your door, auto lock, your lights, etc. Like I say, I'm not going to go through every single one, but it's quite comprehensive. Then you have the info, which I find a lot more useful. You know, this gives you your, you know, the miles you've done, the miles per kilowatt hour, and the time driven. This is your navigation, so you can have it directly in front of you rather than having to look onto the main screen. The lane assist, which I've spoken of before, where basically it will warn you if you're straying across your lanes, and it will then start to automatically correct your position. So, you know, those are all good features. And obviously in these features as well, each page you have other drill downs you can go to. The consumption, your energy flow, your driving style, which I quite like, and your overall driver information. Hi, just thought I would take you through one of the other features of the Hyundai Ioniq electric and some of the other Hyundai range is their Bluelink app. So basically this is the app that you can use on your phone to control certain features on the car. I'll just take you through briefly an overview. This isn't an in-depth video on how everything works, but just so that you've got an idea. I've been using this app and I find it works really well. So initially this is your home screen, and what you'll see on here is just a quick overview of your car. It's showing 75% charge. If I plug it in to my home charger, it'll be another 5 hours 15 minutes to get to 100%. So the bottom half, what you'll see on this screen is the buttons you can use to immediately start and stop certain things. I find this very useful if I'm sat indoors, it's cold outside and I'm just going to go and use the car. Sort of 10 minutes before, I just click the start aircon, and basically this will then bring up what temperature you want the car to be at, what certain things you want to do, if it's just a defrost, heating, and this is very useful. Obviously with the overnight frost and the ice we've had, the defrost function's great. You can put that on 10-15 minutes before you're going to use the car and the windscreen's been defrosted. So you just click that, then just click confirm, and what it will do is it will confirm that it's sent to your car. Also on there you can also stop your aircon. What it will do is it will then notify you that the function that you've chosen has worked. It's also got on here your start charging and stop charging. So if you've got it plugged in and you just want to start charging for a period, you can do that as an immediate thing from here. But we'll go on shortly to show you the schedule. The next one is the status. So this basically shows you everything that's going on with the car. As I say, it shows you on here the charging status, how long it will take to get to 100% charge, if it's quick, normal, as in a home charger or normal station. It tells you whether your charging schedules have been set up or if the target temperature is on also. This also shows you if your doors and your boot are closed, and also the status of your air conditioning, your bonnet, whether it's closed or open, and also your battery condition. So at the front, as you can see on the top here, the doors are locked, the AC is on and charging. Just do a quick update. And what you can see is that now that I've updated it, we're at 67%. The AC is on, as you just saw that we've switched that on. Charging is already finished from earlier. Now, the function that a lot of people use is the scheduling. So this is very good if you are leaving the house every morning at the same sort of time, if you're off to work or school runs, that sort of thing. You can basically then set up a schedule. So you can choose the days, you can choose your times, and this can all then be sent to your car. Now, another very good function I find, and it's useful as well, is that if you are going to make a journey, what you can do is, rather than be sat in the car just before you're due to leave to find out where it is and to set up the navigation, you can actually do that from the app, and it's very good. So basically you just type in a destination and it will find its destination, and what you can then do is, if you just send to car, this will send a destination. And what this does is that when you get in your car next and start it up, on your infotainment system, there will be an alert asking you to accept this navigation route, and it will automatically program your navigation, and away you go. And I just find that it is really good, because I always find that on these like in-car navigations and that, it's always a bit clunky to find your spaces. So this just gives you the time to set these journeys up beforehand. The other thing is what you'll see on the bottom here is you've got the My Trips as well. So basically what this will do, it will give you a monthly average of amount of times driven, distance, average speed and top speed. And also you can break this down by day and by journey. So you can see per journey what you've done. The only thing that I find missing on this, especially as it's an electric car, is it doesn't give you any details of your electric driving, i.e. your kilowatt hours per miles, etc, etc, which I think would be a great addition to this. So yeah, so you've got the home, the My, and the My Trips as I've shown you. So this pretty much, it gives you an overview, and it's just a nice function to have. And a lot of modern cars now, they all have their own, manufacturers all have their own apps to do this, and it can become very useful, especially for electric vehicles in the winter, because you need to precondition really to get the most efficiency out of your battery, as starting your car and driving with a cold battery isn't as efficient as a warm one. So the preconditioning works very well. I hope this is helpful. Like I say, there are videos out there that go into much more detail on how to use these, and I will catch up with you soon when I take you through the infotainment system as well. Hi, so what I will do now is I will take you through some of the infotainment and driver settings that are available on the Hyundai Ioniq electric. This is the premium version, and I'll just flip the camera around and I can just show you the setup. Hope you can see this. So it's a 10-inch screen. This is what you'll be greeted with. It's like a home screen, and from here you can swipe to some of the settings that are available. Obviously down on the bottom here you do have quick buttons that you can use as well, which is the navigation and the radio and the media. I just thought I'd quickly take you through some of the other features that are available. Now obviously navigation is a big thing, and as you'll see on the section of this video when I talk about the Bluelink, you're able to set your navigation routes on your phone and send them directly to the car. But otherwise you have a vast array of facilities on the navigation that you can set up. That, you know, I'm not going to try and teach you tricks. It's very similar to a lot of others. If I just click on one of my presets, it'll then come up. The other thing as well is the phone capability, standard Bluetooth, and on the steering wheel you have the buttons for that as well. Hyundai Live as well. So this will give you some live traffic updates. It will show you where your nearest charging stations, and also your nearest parking. So you can then obviously just click on these. The nice thing about this as well is it also gives you the rates and cost as well of the parking. You have the radio, the media, and then you have this, which is quite interesting, which is sounds of nature. So you have all different sounds that you can have playing, like waves and rain, which is a very strange feature, but might be good for someone if you want to de-stress while you're out having a drive. You then have the EV settings, and on here you have your charge management. Obviously, if you click EV settings, you got your different modes. And also on here, it gives you more details, more granular detail about the car. And also, if you're driving as well, you can actually see the energy consumption by different parts of the car. With regards to the heating and the climate control, these are all below. Again, this is all touch screen. This is something that is a bit of a bugbear of mine. You know, I would much prefer to have an actual dial that you can twist to control the temperatures and that, rather than having to sort of make sure you're pressing the buttons and that. Especially if you're driving, it's definitely a distraction. But that's all good. It also has heated seats and a heated steering wheel in the premium, which is a nice feature, especially in these cold months we've had recently. So like I say, yeah, it's got a lot of features, and in this day and age, that's what you expect when you're paying for a brand new car. You want the latest and greatest gadgets. So, you know, this is something that's, especially in electric cars, it tends to be a big focus, is, you know, how big a screen you can get, how many functions. But also those functions need to be practical and safe. So like I said about the climate control and that, you know, having a physical knob is so much easier to use than fiddling around trying to find the touch screens. Especially as there's no haptic feedback on any of this touch screen, so you don't even know, without looking at it, whether you've actually clicked it, which can be quite dangerous. But it has got some good features, and obviously one of the big selling points is the smart cruise control. As you would have seen in the previous section of the video, I really like that. Especially on the motorways. I'm not so fond of it around town. I find that it is a little bit flaky, drops in and out, and can be a little bit aggressive with things like braking and that. So, you know, ideally I would say it's very good if you're doing long journeys on straighter roads, but driving around town, I'd rather fully have my attention on my driving myself, rather than second guessing whether the computer aided driving is going to work. Those split seconds can make the decision between you crashing and not crashing. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Next week, just before the car goes back, I will just do a quick overview and summary of the car and my thoughts on it before my new car gets delivered on the 16th, which is a DS3 Crossback E-Tense, which I will then start a new set of videos reviewing that car as well. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button and also the notification bell, so you'll be made aware of when I upload the videos.